Um, this is my fourth attempt at making this video. I'm having some issues, so hopefully it'll work out this time. I think I'm just going to go straight into doing the practice. I think I'm trying to explain too much and it would make more sense if I show you practice anyway. So let me pull up my activity. Okay, and I'm going to put this out here. Okay, so what this activity wants you to do is to answer the question, and let me just double check that everything's being shared and recorded and voice okay, because I keep having issues. Um, okay, so what I suggest first before you can do anything is trying to identify the verb. So if we go out here, it says, ¿Cuándo me vas a dar los libros? Vas a dar is our verb. We're always going to do our verb in red. So actually, I'll go ahead and make verb. I'll do direct object. And then we'll do, actually, no, that's not right. Let me go back. I don't use those colors. I use verb. Subject. Object. And indirect object. Okay, so there's my verb. And then you ask yourself, who's doing the giving? The person who's doing the giving is you because of the AS on the verb. Okay, what is the person giving? The person is giving books. And to whom are they being given? Me. That's your indirect. Okay, so when we rewrite this sentence, we want to replace our direct and indirect objects with direct and indirect object pronouns, which are right here. Okay, these are your direct, these are your indirects, these are your directs. So if I want to change libros to them, when are you going to give me the books? When are you going to give me them? What I do is I change los libros to los. Okay. And then it's saying, so when are you going to give me the books? And then you change it to I am going to give them to you. So if your question has may, it's got to change to you, and you would be, if you look out here, te. And then what your book tells you is that you always, when they're used together in a sentence, they're usually placed before the verb, and the indirect object pronoun precedes the direct object. So if you can remember when you look out here, that's why you see the indirect first versus the direct, because the indirect object precedes the direct. So my purple is going to go before my green. So my purple needs to be te, and my green is los. So te los voy a dar el lunes. Then we go down here. Les preparas la cena a tus hijos. Preparas is the verb. What's being prepared is the dinner. Okay, so if I look out here at my my e-text again, here's my direct objects. I want to replace dinner with blah. Okay. And for whom are you preparing this dinner for your kids? So what I'm going to say is I prepare, so it's saying, do you prepare dinner for your kids? Yes, I prepare it for them every night. So kids becomes them, which would be, if you're looking here in the indirects, is les. Okay, and remember purple goes first. So you should say les, oopsies, but you don't need to capitalize it. Les, la. However, if you go back and you look at your book again, it tells you that the indirect object pronoun lay and lace, the indirect object pronouns lay and lace, they change to say when they appear with the direct object pronouns lo, las, los, and las. So when you put these guys in, if you end up with both of them starting with an L, then the one that comes first, the indirect object, you need to change from either lay or lace to say. You can't have, you're not going to have two L's. Si, lays, la is too hard to say. So we're going to change our lace to say. I forgot to change the color of that. Okay. ¿Cuándo nos va a dar la tarea el profesor? Okay, so again, this is your verb. Oopsies. Va a dar. What's being given? The homework. And homework would be, we would replace homework with it. It's either when is the teacher going to give us the homework, or when is the teacher going to give us it? So if you go back out here, for la tarea, your it would be la. And so it's saying, when is the teacher going to give us the homework? To whom is this homework being given? It's being given to us. And you would probably keep it the same, because you're going to say he's going to give it to us tomorrow. Again, purple goes first, which would be nos. And and then you would put your indirect next, which is la. Nos la va a dar mañana. Mesero, me puede traer el menú. And I don't need to do any changes here, because there's only an issue when you end up with le, la, le, los, les, la, les, los. Mesero, me puede traer el menú. So if I go back over here, here's my verb, puede traer. What's being brought? El menú. To who's it being brought? To me. Okay, so remember, if I say, waiter, can you bring me the menu? Then he's going to say, yes, I will bring it to you. So me is going to have to become te. Okay, and menu, I'm going to bring it, the it that you would want if you look back out here at your text. It for menu would be lo. And remember, purple goes first, so you'd say te lo traigo enseguida. Okay. Tu esposo te sirve el desayuno en la cama. So again, I found the verb is sirve. What's being served? Breakfast. It for breakfast would be whoops, that's fine. Okay, it for the desayuno over here would be lo. And who's being served? You. So someone is saying, does your husband serve you in bed? So if you answer back, whoops, that's the wrong color. If you answer back, you're going to say, no, he never serves me. So te is going to become me. Okay, remember purple goes first. So then I'd say, whoops, I can't seem to get it right. Me lo. Okay, And my advice is when you're writing these is to put the verb in first and then deal with them, because Spanish isn't completely backwards from English. However, when it comes to object pronouns, it is. We like to put our object pronouns after the verb. They put them in front. So your brain, if you're an English speaker, deals with them second. So I would go ahead and put your verb in there and then figure out what the direct and indirect object are, and then put them in the right place, because it just, in your head, you're gonna think of the verb before you think of the object pronouns, because that's how you do it in your own language. ¿Quién le dio la propina al mesero? So again, this is our verb, dio, which is to give. What was given? The propina. Okay, and so if I want to say who gave it to the waiter, then the it that we're looking for is la. So propina would become la. So it's saying who gave the waiter the tip. You're going to say Elena gave it. You're going to say Elena gave it to him. So it's going to just stay the same. This lay is going to be, you're still going to use it. So remember, purple goes first. And you would write lay, and then you would write la. But again, whenever you end up with lay, la, you can't keep that. You're going to have to change your lay to say. So if you ever end up with your direct object either being, if your indirect object is lay or lays, and next to it is a direct object that starts with an L, you're going to need to change your indirect object, your purple, to say. And so hopefully that will, that's good for you guys. But let me do one other little thing I was thinking about when we look, whoops, wrong thing. When we look here, let's see. Let me just make sure that everything is still recording. I think we're still okay. I'm like paranoid now. Okay, so I wanted to just kind of plug in what these guys are. So May would be me. Te is you. Here, lo and la would be you. Here it would be he, she. No, not. It would be him, her, or it. Nos would be us. This would also be you or you all. This would be you or you all. And this would be them. Okay, and these actually translate the same way. So all of these, this also would be, I guess I'll do my purple, me, you, him, her, it, us, you or you all, that, oh wait, not you, and then them. So hopefully that'll help you and that'll make sense. And just remember that when you are putting them in a sentence, that these guys go first and that these guys go second. So this is first and this is second. Okay. One other thing that you might want to try and remember also with these guys is that they work the exact same way as when you use them individually. So for right now, I mean, there are some other instances, but these are the ones you know so far. You can attach these guys to the end of an infinitive, but again, it's the indirect that goes in front of the direct. Or you can attach them to a participle, a present participle, and it is the indirect that goes before the direct, and you want to keep the accent where the natural accent fell on the word before you added anything to it. So because it's shifted, you'll have to write it in. So anyway, you want to, it can either go in front of a conjugated verb or attached to an infinitive or attached to a present participle, and you still put the indirect object before the direct object. And hopefully this one